Hockey fans, we are live at the CCWHA tournament as this is the second division of Ann Arbor beats Grand Valley State University by a score of 3-0. And now we have Michigan State versus Miami University. The winner of this game gets to play Adrian tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Michigan advances to play Indiana Tech tomorrow. First, Miami University played 25 games. They were 15 wins, 7 losses, 1 overtime loss, so 8 losses total, and 2 ties. So 15-8-2 on the season. The Spartans are 10-11-2 on the season, looking to make it to 11-11-2 and advance to play Adrian. Taking a look at, let's pull this up, the last games here for Miami. Taking a look at the last 5 for Miami. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back, they beat Lindenwood University on January 20th. That was 3-0. Then they ended up tying with Michigan Dearborn. That was 2-2 over at Grogan Ice Center. Then they beat Aquinas 2-1 over at Grogan Ice Center. That was on February 3rd. On February 4th, they beat Aquinas 7-0. Then their final regular season game on February 10th was versus University of Michigan Dearborn. University of Michigan Dearborn won that one 5-3. Taking a look at the Spartans as they had a big win at Michigan at Yost to propel them into the CCWHA tournament, leapfrogging that University of Michigan Dearborn team. So the Spartans' last 5 games, they played Arizona State over at Arizona State. That was an 8-2 win by Arizona State. Then they beat Davenport 9-1 at Munn. They fell to McKendree over at Munn 3-1. Then they were able to beat Grand Valley State 2-1, and they beat Michigan in overtime 2-1 with 2 minutes left in overtime to secure the victory and propel them to this game this evening. Taking a look at the top scores for both teams. If we take a look at Miami, number 19 Jones has the lead in scoring 22 points on 13 goals and 9 assists. 21 points for Tolaby with 9 goals and 12 assists. 19 points for Smith on 12 goals and 7 assists. 18 points for Labar on 5 goals and 13 assists. And 16 points for Heinig on 8 goals and 8 assists. Taking a look at Michigan State, their top scorer is Menzer, number 19. She has 21 points on 12 goals and 9 assists. Santi has 20 points on 9 goals and 11 assists. Novell has 19 points on 9 goals and 10 assists. Flazar, who is not with the team anymore, she has 13 points on 2 goals and 11 assists. And tied for 5th is McPherson with 11 points on 5 goals and 6 assists. And Daniels with 11 points on 5 goals and 6 assists. If we take a look at the goalkeepers first for Miami, playing the majority of the games has been Gonzalez. And for some reason, I have to refresh this page to be able to scroll over and see Gonzalez has played 22 games. First is 3 games for Simpson and 1 for Crosley. Gonzalez has a 2.39 goals against average, and she has a fantastic 9.34 save percentage. 3 games for Simpson. She has a 9.59 goals against average and a 9.25 save percentage. Taking a look at the Spartans. The Spartans, Maddox has played the majority of the games between the pipe, 11 games. She has a 2.42 goals against average and a 9.33 save percentage with 1 shutout. 7 games, Van Solcombe has played 7 games for the Spartans, 2.60 goals against average and a 9.18 save percentage. And then Osan has played 9 games between the pipes, 3.86 goals against average and an 8.83 save percentage. As both teams coming out, we'll have the starting lineups coming up in mere moments. Let's refresh this.
Everyone, and welcome to the CCWHA D1 League Playoffs. Our game tonight is between Miami, Ohio, and Michigan State University. Starting lineups for Michigan State University,
starting lineups for Michigan State. Daniels comes out. Next, skating out is Menzer. Leonard starting for the Spartans. McPherson comes out to the blue line. And also coming out, Van Solkema between the pipes. And Dewar, by the way, the other starting lineup for the Spartans. Skating out, Schwarzer. Next coming out is Simeone. Next skating out is Talaby. Also coming out is Lorica, as well as Hayward, and between the pipes is Gonzalez. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, the playing of the national anthem. As we are getting ready for game number 2 here for the Division I CCWHA tournament. Again, the winner today gets to face Adrian tomorrow at 1 o'clock. As Michigan has already advanced, beating Grand Valley State 3-0. Both of these squads hoping to advance to tomorrow. As both Indiana Tech and Adrian, leaders of the East and West pod respectively, got a first round bye. We'll bring up the bracket at our first intermission. 20 minutes up on the clock. Spartans versus Red Hawks. I appreciate you joining us and watching from wherever you are at. Thank you very much for your support of these wonderful teams and the CCWHA. Great crowd here. A number of Spartan fans to our left. Lots of folks made the way from Oxford, Ohio to our right. Right at center ice. Schuler in to take the face-off versus Daniels. Maddox gets on to the bench. Van Solkema between the pipes for Michigan State as that puck comes back. Gathered up, McPherson coming down the far boards, firing it back deep into the Miami's own Gonzalez reaching over that puck into the near corner as that's brought ahead by Schwarzer. The puck in along the far boards. Leonard picks it up, drives it back deep and along. Menzer firing it into the slot, tipped away from Leonard as Leonard chases it into the far corner. Menzer trying to pull it away. The puck shot, wide angle shot, as that deflects all the way back coming down the far boards. Here comes Miami as they fire it right to the Michigan State blue line. Dewar banks it off of the near boards. Daniels gets it ahead. Menzer gains his own shot. That goes over to the right. Gonzalez with the save. 19-17 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Spartans versus Redhawks. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That to the left of Gonzalez. In to take the face-off. Oliver on one side. Menderfield on the other. As that puck outside the near circle. Mickelson trying to get to it. Held in by Triole. That puck comes all the way back into the near corner. That'll be icing and head back into the Miami zone. That is going to be in the near face-off circle again to Gonzalez's left. And Oliver in there versus Menderfield. 19:04 left to go. The puck on the edge of the near circle coming. High slot that pulled ahead. Racing down. Miami fires it back deep. Is putting it back deep as that was LaRookie. Coming in, Menderfield gets it outside the near circle. That chip back. And here comes Miami racing ahead with it. Is Benson. Benson with the shot. Sticked away by Van Sokova. As McPherson trying to send it down the far boards. And gathered up. Fed ahead as Santi puts it into the near corner of the Miami zone. Outside the near circle trying to fire it ahead. Trying to move it around is Lescanis. Gets it over the blue line and fired ahead, trying to pull it the other direction. Campbell for the Spartans fired right back in and sent deep by Freely. Spartans have it in their own zone, held in, racing over Labar. Labar puts it into the far corner. Centering attempt as that is grabbed by Van Sokoma. Glove save. 0-0 is our score. 18:03 left to go here in the first. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Nelson in to take the face-off versus Freely. The puck all the way back deep in the Spartan zone outside the near circle. Now that held in by Benjamin. Shot right in the slot. Pulled away by Nelson for the Spartans. Nelson over on blue line. Coming over center ice. Nelson fires it deep. And put into the near corner by Gonzalez. The Spartan lost an edge. Went heavy into the boards. Whistle. As that is going to come all the way back into the Spartan zone. Or no, that's going to be a penalty to, that's going to be a penalty to, that's going to be Benjamin who goes in for Miami. Tripping the call. And it's 17:42. As the puck into the near corner. Trying to dig it out of there. Triolet moves it over to Campbell. Campbell, top of the near circle to Novell. Novell scored both goals in the game versus Michigan that propelled them into the CCWHA. Campbell moves it over into the near corner. Daniels feeds it all the way, centering attempt. That comes back to the far point. Menzer has that deflected back. Novell chases it. Smith coming down the other direction for the Redhawks. That puck back behind into the far corner. Novell brings it outside the far circle. Sent all the way to center ice. Now bringing it in. McPherson, top of the far circle. Spartans have 1 minute 15 seconds left on the power play as they set it up. Daniels right at center ice, sending it ahead. That brought in as that fired all the way over by Siciliano. Siciliano keeping it in. Now that comes all the way back out. Here comes a foot race trying to get ahead to it. Schuler comes in. Schuler fires, and that goes just wide to the far side. Trying to pick it up over there with Santi. There's a whistle. 50 seconds left to go here in the power play, but a hooking call to Santi. And that at 16:32. So we'll have 50 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Then there'll be a minute 10-second Miami power play. Face-off right in the near face-off circle. Daniels in to take the face-off versus Simeone into the near corner. Simeone, top of the near circle, shot that deflected off of a skate. Triole trying to pull it underneath the near circle. Simeone sends it high, slot, shot there, deflects. Covered up as Hayward got the shot. Van Sokema makes the save. 36 seconds left to 4-on-4 hockey. 16:18 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Face-off in the near face-off circle. And then Daniels versus Simeone. All the way back, racing over to get it. Back pulling it. Cogswell brings it ahead. Cogswell for Miami. Gains the Spartan zone. Cogswell comes into the near corner. Backhands it into the slot. And pulled back over. Talaby has it. Now that rocketed all the way back into the neutral zone. Trying to chip it away. Menzer looked like she had a breakaway. Simeone now coming back into the zone. Simeone has it into the near corner. That shot bouncing puck by Talaby. And moved down the far boards. Here comes Menzer. Menzer fires it all the way down the far boards as it is now a Miami power play. So Spartans able to clear the puck. And fired back by Hayward in along the far boards. Here comes Miami right to center ice. Campbell intercepts for the Spartans. Fires it back deep into the Red Hawk zone. Miami chases it back behind as Schlee trying to knock it away. Coming all the way ahead, Heinig has it. Puts it into the near corner where Campbell picks it up for the Spartans. And rocketed into the far corner and cleared all the way down the ice by the Spartans. 35 seconds left to go in the Miami power play as they set it up down the near boards. Racing ahead is Heinig. Heinig fires it down the far boards, coming in Labar. Labar, top of the far circle. Labar gets into the slot and stolen away by Nelson. Nelson down the near boards. Here comes Nelson, firing it deep for the Spartans into the near corner. Chasing it as Farrell has it back in along the far boards. Farrell chases it. That knocked right back into the neutral zone in along the near boards. Zach Robelli trying to get to it into the near corner. And pulled away, chipped around outside the near circle. Miami puts it right back into the far corner. As McPherson trying to get to it. Benson right out in front with a stick and covered up by Van Sokema. Oh, Benson was right there trying to chip it home. Van Sokema with a fantastic save. Both teams back to full strength now. 14:21 left to go here in the first. Scoreless between Michigan State and Miami University. Face-off in the far face-off circle to Van Sokema's left. Daniels in versus Benson. That pulled away. Here comes Leonard for the Spartans. Over to Menzer. Menzer over center ice. Menzer top of the near circle. Shot saved by Gonzalez. Trying to follow it up. The puck right back behind the Miami goal. Wraparound attempt. Gonzalez somehow got a skate over. Knocked it away. Excellent opportunity for the Spartans. Even better save as Triole has it into the far corner. And trying to pull that away is Schuler. The puck comes right to center ice. Here comes Menzer for the Spartans. Menzer trying to get away from Duffy. That puck into the near corner. Pulled by Cogswell back into the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it. Leskanis has it. Top of high slot. Leskanis onto the far circle. That knocked away by McPherson. As Miami has to touch up. The puck right at the far point. Now brought to center ice. Menzer fires it all the way down. They're going to say that was icing and head back into the Spartan zone. 13:26 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far. Again, single elimination for Division I. Division II, if you watch those games, it's round robin. But Division I, you win and you go on. You lose and you go home. Both teams trying to make it to tomorrow to play Adrian. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Labarin to take the face-off for Miami. Daniels comes out to take the face-off for the Spartans. That's to Van Sokema's left in the far face-off circle. As now there's it was icing, so they have to have the You're not allowed to get a line change on an icing in college. You can in high school, but not in college and pro. Leonard fires it deep for the Spartans. That's sticked into the far corner by Gonzalez. Gathered up by Freely, trying to fire it ahead. And puck fired and shot by the Spartans. Sticked into the far corner by Gonzalez. Puck outside the near circle. Menzer trying to dig it away. Menzer trying to get it over to Siciliano right at the near point. Now coming in to try and knock it around is Santi. That puck shot and covered up. Mickelson got it just on the inner corner of the near circle and rifled it. Good save by Gonzalez, keeping us scoreless. 12:53 left to go here in the first. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That to Gonzalez's left. Menderfield in to take the face-off for the Spartans. Simeone on the other side is that. Dewar trying to fire it in, then pulled the other direction. Put deep into the near corner by Schwarzer. And trying to pull it around the far boards is Triolet. Knocks it off the near boards all the way back deep into the Miami zone. Pulling it up, heading the other direction. Benjamin outside her far circle of her own zone. Benjamin stops there. Banks it off the near boards into the neutral zone. Dewar fires it right back in for the Spartans deep into the Miami end. 12:18 left to go here in the first. The puck down the far boards gathered up. Here comes Miami racing ahead. That fired in by Tolaby outside the near circle. As that fired ahead by Novell. Deep in along the end boards in the Miami zone. Lifted the other direction by Hayward down the far boards into the far corner. The puck loose on the far circle. Spartans set it up. Novell, top of the near circle, shot and deflects in along the end boards. Trying to pull that away is Benjamin. Now outside the far circle. Campbell trying to get to it. Tip back. Campbell with the shot. That deflects into the far corner as Hayward has it there. Hayward tries to get it out of the zone. That move to the far point. Now back into the neutral zone. Menzer resets things over to McPherson at her own blue line. And down the near boards. That chip. Benjamin gets it into the Spartan zone. Benjamin racing, trying to get over there before Campbell can lift it back to center ice. Now Benson at center ice for Miami. Ahead, racing in, now on the near circle. Trying to come into the near corner is Schutler in along the end boards, back behind the Spartan goal. Schutler into the far corner. Daniel separates her from the puck. The puck lifted, shot, that deflects. Bouncing puck. Fired to Siciliano, trying to get it out of the zone over to Menzer. Miami able to hold it in. Benson into the far corner. Now Leonard for the Spartans trying to fire it ahead. Michigan State gets it back out to the neutral zone. Cogswell right back in for Miami. Cogswell outside the near circle. Cogswell in along the end boards. Separated from the puck by Novell. Novell rushing over on blue line. Novell fires it all the way down. Menzer on the far circle in the Miami zone. Backhanded shot. Gonzalez knocks it away. The puck into the far corner. Duffy chasing it right through the slot in outside the near circle. Novell chasing it now. That tipped into the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it. Coming down with it is Leskanis. Leskanis outside the far circle as McPherson trying to poke it into the far corner. Leskanis pinned against the boards as they try and pull it away. Now Menderfield trying to get it out of the zone. That held in. Labar has it and coming in. That tipped away by Van Sokema. Back into the far corner. McPherson brings it down the far boards of her own zone. Got caught in a pair of skates. Miami holds it in. Trying to make a move. Labar had it. Now that pulled away. Labar gets it back. Shot. Van Sokema with the save. 9:44 left to go here in the first. Scoreless so far between the Spartans and Miami University. Face-off is going to be in the near face-off circle. That to Van Sokema's right. As Labar in to take the face-off for Miami. Menderfield on the other side as that puck top of the near circle drifts back to the near point as LaRocca puts it into the near corner. All the way back behind Menderfield has that pulled away. The puck right back behind the Spartan goal and along the near boards trying to hold it in is LaRocca. Here comes Menderfield over center ice. Gets that over to Zach Robelny who puts it deep. Knocked right back into the neutral zone by Miami. Triolet. Over to Menderfield. Menderfield down. Novell fires it ahead. That ricochets deep into the Miami zone. Racing over to get it, LaRocca. That will be icing and head back. as they're going to put it in the far face-off circle inside of the Spartan zone. 9 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in the first. We are scoreless so far. Second game of round one of the CCWHA Division I playoffs. We are thankful for you watching wherever you are at. Face-off in the far face-off circle in the Spartan zone to Van Sokuma's left. As trying to pull it back at the far point, firing it deep is Hayward. It comes into the near corner, outside the near circle. Is trying to fire it back deep. Talibé had it. Now here comes Zach Robelny. Zach Robelny, top of the far circle. It's a shot outside the far circle now. The puck into the far corner of the Miami zone. Zach Robelny again battling there. Tipped back. Headed the other direction by Schwarzer. Coming into the zone. Racing ahead, dumping it deep is Benjamin. In along the end boards. Benjamin has it right back behind the Spartan goal. Benjamin. Top of the far circle. Benjamin shot. And deflected by Nelson. Nelson pulls it back behind her own goal. Now cutting in front. Nelson trying to race down the near boards. And Schwarzer trying to knock it away. Nelson puts it deep into the Miami zone, but it's deflected right back out into the neutral zone. And Siciliano moves it down the far boards for McPherson. And puck right to the Miami blue line. Now here comes Cogswell over center ice. Cogswell, top of the near circle in the Spartan zone, takes a shot. Van Sokema with a bad save. And chipped right out in front, shot, and they score. As it was pulled from the back line, the end boards, and fired right out in front. And put in by, was that Simeone who put it in, or was that... Yeah, looks like Simeone who put it in. We'll double check that. But that was a goal by Miami at 7:57. As that puck in along the near boards. Shot deep. Sorry, Smith with the goal. Cogswell with the assist for Miami. And puck, here comes Daniels for the Spartans, top of the far circle in the Miami zone. Fire back into the far corner. Miami lifts it all the way back out into the neutral zone. Racing ahead, Bronski puts it back deep. As that puck underneath the near circle, deflected right through the slot, but pulled ahead by Miami. Here comes Cogswell. And lifted down the far board. Smith trying to fire it ahead. Deflected right at center ice. Cogswell again trying to deflect it off of the far boards and get it back deep into the Spartan zone. Racing to pick it up. Dewar has it in the far corner of her own zone. Trying to pull it ahead is Santi. Drop back. Dewar sends it right back behind the Spartan goal. Outside the near circle. Mickelson fires it to center ice, bringing it ahead. Here comes Santi. Santi gains the Miami zone. Santi fires it into the slot. In. Backhanded shot. And a goal. Spartans put it in. At 6:41, I believe. Or somehow did they keep it out? No, boy, it was a backhanded shot. It looked like it was wide open or at a bad angle, but somehow Gonzalez able to save it. And it stays 1-0 Miami, 6:41 left to go. I'm going to have to go back and watch that tonight. See how Gonzalez was able to keep it out of the goal. And all the way back to the blue line. Novell holds it in the slot. Novell with the shot. And deflects into the near corner. Pulled all the way back to the near point. Here comes Miami. Racing ahead with it. Coming down the far boards is Lescanes. Shot, and Van Sokema with the save. The puck back behind. Benson providing deep pressure. Martinez chasing. Racing the other direction. Menderfield comes into the Miami zone. Menderfield outside the far circle. Menderfield trying to pull it off the boards. Then deflects right back into the neutral zone. Coming ahead. Martinez gains the zone. Martinez moves it over. Top of the near circle coming in. Then drifts back as Fairley gets it. Shot. Saved by Van Sokema as that was a blast by Benjamin from the top of the near circle. As that was tipped, icing waved off. Benjamin has it in the near corner of her own zone. Now coming down the near boards. Here comes Miami. As intercepted, bringing it in as Menzer, but offsides the call. 5:39 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Miami with the lead over Michigan State. Face-off outside of the Miami zone in the near face-off circle. Simeone versus Nelson. At the face-off down near the near boards, racing in, bringing it in is Schwarzer. And tipped right back behind into the far corner. Nelson gets it ahead. Campbell trying to fire it out, held in. Here comes Cogswell. Cogswell with the backhanded shot. Save into the near corner. Good job by Van Solkema. State gets it out into the neutral zone. Fired right back in by Cogswell. Stopped by Van Solkema, back behind her own goal. The puck in along the far boards. Campbell trying to get it out of the zone. That poked by Duffy, but picked up. Now coming ahead, Triolet gets ahead to Anderson. Anderson dumps it deep into the Miami zone. Cogswell gabs it in along the end boards. Goes back behind her own goal, coming up the far boards. 4:55 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Miami with the lead. The puck in along the near board. Siciliano fires it back deep, chasing it Cogswell. That will be icing fired from the wrong side of center ice, and that'll head back into the Spartan zone. 4:46 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Miami with the lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Again, winner advances to tomorrow, 1 o'clock to play Adrian. Top of the East pod. That puck outside the near circle. Spinning with it, trying to pull that away is Heinig. Heinig digging it outside of the near circle. Now Daniels trying to put it back deep as McPherson coming down the far boards. Ahead, here comes Menzer. Menzer with a Miami player in front of her. Menzer on the near circle with the shot as that ticked away by Gonzalez, but a whistle and a penalty as that is going to be a hooking call. Face-off is going to be in the near face-off circle. That to Gonzalez's left. And into the box goes Freely for Miami. As that puck on the near circle, trying to pull it back. As Nelson chases it outside the far circle, fired ahead. Held in by Nelson. Bank for the near board. Siciliano at the near point. Feeds it back in along the end boards. Chasing it, trying to get it back in along the end boards is Santani. And now that lifted all the way down. Cleared by Miami into the Michigan State zone. Picked up back behind Leonard. Moves it over and along the far boards. Here comes Nelson. Nelson trying to avoid Simeone. Now Siciliano right at center ice. Brings it ahead and dumps it deep into the Miami zone. 1 minute, 19 seconds left to go on the Spartan power play. 3:41 left to go. Here in the first, 1-0 Miami with the lead. Menzer brings it down the far boards for the Spartans. Collision right in the neutral zone. Whistle. 3:33 left to go as McPherson into the box for the Spartans. Interference on McPherson. So we'll have 1 minute and 8 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. And then there will be a 52-second power play for Miami. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Daniels in there versus Benson. Held in at the far point. Shot there by Hayward. And a save by Van Solkema. 1:04 left to go in 4-on-4 hockey. Face-off again in the far face-off circle to Van Solkema's left. Daniels and Benson again in the face-off circle. Puck spinning outside the far circle, brought back to the far point. Fired back deep by Hayward into the far corner. Benson centering attempt. All the way over to Cogswell in the near circle, knocked away. Here comes Menzer down the near boards. Menzer into the Miami zone. Shot. That deflects outside the far circle. Gathered up, firing it ahead is Miami, trying to get through the neutral zone. Intercepted Novell, trying to chip it back deep. The puck right to the Michigan State blue line, racing in Benson and covered up by Van Solkema. 32 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. 2:57 left to go here in the first. And face-off is going to be to Van Solkema's right in the near face-off circle. Munderfield in to take the face-off. On the other side, it's going to be Talaby for Miami. And in along the near boards as Heinig has it outside the near circle, pulled down. Bringing it down the far boards, feeding it ahead. As the Spartans get it all the way down. Miami controls, firing it right to center ice. As Siciliano trying to chip it, Van Solkema saves it. Face-off will again be in the Spartan zone. 13 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey before Miami has a short power play of 52 seconds. Talaby again in the near face-off circle. As that comes high, Slough working her way in. Benjamin with the shot. Add into the far corner. Smith with it. Smith moves it right back behind. Trying to chip it away. Talaby on the far circle, back to the far point. Benjamin holds it in. That deflects outside the far circle. Talaby has it knocked away. Santi trying to get it out of the zone. That fired right back in deep. Dewar has it underneath the near circle, held in by Cogswell, who puts it into the near corner. Smith chasing it. Dewar trying to knock it away. The puck comes right back behind Van Solkema as Siciliano trying to knock it out of the far corner. Smith has it underneath the far circle, feeds it all the way back to Farrell. Now over Cogswell, couldn't get everything on it, moves it over. Good save by Van Solkema, puts it into the far corner. As Farrell has it, that missed and all the way back down, cleared. 8 seconds left to go in the Miami power play. As bringing it ahead, Farrell moves it onto the far circle. There's Benson with a shot. Spartans back to full strength coming in. And Schwarzer has it knocked all the way back into the neutral zone. Set up, trying to feed it ahead. Leskanis tipped. Now brought in, racing ahead. Leskanis has it in the far corner. Leskanis trying to get it. Triolet knocked it away. Now McPherson puts it down the far boards. McPherson, now Novell trying to get it out of the zone. That put right back into the far corner. Triolet has it. 1 minute left to go here in the first. 1-0, Miami with the lead. Triolet sends it right back behind her own goal into the far corner. Novell bringing it down the far boards, gets it, trying to get it out of the zone. Benson holds it in. Benson outside the far circle. Benson with the shot that into the near corner. Trying to pull it away. Freely had it. Now here comes Schlee. Schlee into the Miami zone. Shot that deflected back behind as Lorica puts it into the far corner. Trying to pull it ahead. Miami gets it into the neutral zone. Siciliano over to McPherson. Spartans control and fire it back deep. Picked up by Freely. Freely down the near boards. 20 seconds left to go here in the first. Miami by a goal. Coming down the far boards, Campbell for the Spartans has it. Trying to put it deep into the Miami zone, but pulled back and going the other direction with it is Lorica. And along the near board, Siciliano dumps it, trying to get it over to Daniels. Daniels chases it into the far corner. 3 seconds left to go. Siciliano keeps it in, and that is the end of the first. At the end of one, Miami 1, Spartans nothing. As we'll play a little bit of music and come right back as you are watching the CCWHA playoffs game 2 here in the first round. We are at the first intermission here at the Crystal Fieldhouse in Burton, Michigan, where it is the CCWHA playoffs as we are in the second game of Division I. Michigan State versus Miami University. Miami University up 1-0. Taking a look at the bracket out there. Michigan and Grand Valley played earlier at 5:30. Michigan won that game 3-0. They will advance to play Indiana Tech tomorrow at 12:45. This game happening, of course, Miami up 1-0, but Michigan State with the ability to come back. The winner there will play Miami at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Then the CCWHA Division I Championship will be on Sunday, the 26th. And we'll have that. That'll be the first game. And then we'll have the D2 Championship after that. So if I pull up and take a look, I should have put the time on that graphic, and I will do so this evening as I play around with things. As it's overtime, by the way, between D2 Michigan State versus Central Michigan, as it was 1-1 at the end of the third period. They go into overtime, but it can be a tie as Division II is a round robin. The final game, by the way, is 1:15 on Sunday for the Division I and 12:45 for Division II. Earlier, Sioux College won Division II their first game, as that was versus Division II Adrian College. So lots and lots of great hockey here. If you have an opportunity to come on down, there will be 3 games in each rink tomorrow, starting off with a Division II game in both rinks in the morning, 9:45 and 10 o'clock. Then the D1 games, one at 12:45, one at 1 o'clock, and then 2 D2 games at 7:30 tomorrow. So if you have an opportunity to come on down, we would love to see you here. If you can't, well, thank you for watching wherever you are at and supporting these wonderful, amazing teams and this excellent sport. As the officials go back out on the ice, we're counting down 2 minutes and counting before we begin the second period. As folks coming back in. Yeah, good crowd from both these squads. As they will flip sides, Michigan State will go right to left. Miami will go left to right. As Miami in their home white jerseys, as they're about to head out onto the ice with the block M on the front, numbers in red on the back. And on the sleeves, shoulder pads in red, and red shorts and red helmets. As they head out onto the ice, they'll gather up around their coaching staff. The Spartans ready to come out, Michigan State, and they're all green jerseys with Michigan State in script on the front. Numbers on the sleeves and on the back in white. Black pants and green helmets. As we're about ready to get going here for the second period, 1-0. Miami with the lead. Michigan State looking to tie it up. Miami looking to pour on the gas and get a little breathing room. So, fantastic game so far, and we're looking forward to an entire wonderful weekend of hockey here at the Crystal Fieldhouse. As Miami heads out, their starting 5. Gonzalez down to our left. Simeone in to take the face off. Schwarzer, as well as Benjamin, Talaby, and Hayward. And in for the Spartans in to take the face off is Daniels. Menzer on the far side. On the near side is Leonard. And puck back to McPherson and along the near board. Spartans bring it ahead. And knocked down by Hayward, trying to fire it the other direction as Daniels pulling away right at the near boards. Now racing ahead, coming in is Talaby into the Spartan zone. Talaby dumps it right back behind Van Solkema as the puck into the far corner. Daniels trying to pull it off of the end boards. That puck comes top of the near circle, now held in by Miami as Simeone has it top of the far circle. Simeone over on the near circle with the shot out in front. Saved by Van Solkema. And circle just to the left of Van Solkema. As D2 Michigan State Spartans won in overtime versus Central Michigan. Big win. Huge points there as the top 2 point getters in D2 end up on Sunday here at Sable Nation. Division 1 racing down the near boards to come ahead with it is Mickelson and fired the other direction. Fired ahead by Duffy for Miami. Now Spartans trying to control. Smith comes in. Smith moves it over on the far side. That goes off the side of the Spartan net. And Santi gets it back into the neutral zone. Mickelson trying to race away. Duffy puts it right back in to the Spartan zone. Spinning. Menderfield gets it back out. All the way down. Santi has it outside the near circle in the Miami zone as Cogswell trying to knock it away. As that goes up and caught and saved by Gonzalez. 18:32 left to go here in the second. 1-0, Miami with the lead. Spartans looking for the equalizer. Miami looking to try and push it ahead as that puck in along the end boards. Pulled back around by Freely and along the far boards as Miami gets it out into the neutral zone. Benson moved it over on the near side to Schutler, but Spartans the other direction. Nelson with a shot glove down by Gonzalez. 18:13 left to go here in the second. As apparently we have a little bit of everything looks okay with our trying to fire it out over the side and saved by Gonzalez. So also we had a little issue with our hotspot. Hoping we can cover that up. They just turned the heat on, so hopefully that doesn't cause an issue. Daniels putting it in the middle. That pulled away. Coming down the far boards is Farrell. Farrell rockets it all the way down. Leonard has it in along the end boards of the Michigan State zone. As Triale trying to move it back. That lifted all the way into the neutral zone. The puck knocked off of the near boards. Chasing it into the near corner is Hayward. Hayward rims it into the far corner. Pulling it back is Schwarzer. Sent back to Hayward over on the far side. Now coming down. Farrell has it on the far circle. Chips away. Spartans. Leonard has it. High slot. Moving it over and along the far boards. Labar pulls it back behind the Miami goal into the near corner. Hayward bringing it down the near boards into the neutral zone. The puck into the Spartan zone and along the far boards, trying to knock it the other direction is Dewar. There's a shot from the far circle by Labar into the near corner. Trying to pull it out of the near corner. Trying to move it ahead is Lescanis. There's a shot deflected, backhanded, and sent all the way back. Schwarzer had it. Now deflected back into the neutral zone. Here comes Menzer. Menzer has it top of the far circle. Cogswell knocks that away right into the neutral zone. Novell trying to send it in, but Cogswell down the near boards. That fired all the way. Knocked off of the end boards, gathered up. Dewar down the far boards for the Spartans. Gets it all the way back into the neutral zone. Duffy chips it off the far boards. Gets it in along the end boards of the Spartan zone. Triole feeds it in along the near boards. Gathered up. And fire it ahead is Menderfield. There's Zagrobelny, centers it up, but that intercepted. Racing ahead with it, Talaby for Miami. And Talaby sends it, rimming around the boards outside the far circle, trying to hold it in is Schwarzer. That back into the neutral zone. Chipped away right at the Spartan blue line. Racing ahead with it, Santi. Santi over to Zagrobelny right at the near point as Talabi trying to keep it from going into the Miami zone. 15:51 left to go here in the second. 1-0. Miami with the lead coming in. Shot and a goal by Heinig. As trying to get to a Van Solkema, thought got the glove up, and Heinig able to just perfectly place shot, get it in the upper left-hand corner. And at 15:45 here in the second, 2-0, Miami with the lead. So Miami with the goal in the first, goal in the second. Face off right at center. Oliver sends it down the far boards. Heidnik puts it in. Now the Spartans chip it back right out to center ice. Racing all the way back. Freely has it along the far boards. Banked off of the near boards by Siciliano. Back into the Miami zone, but quickly knocked the other direction by Oliver. Battle for it in along the near boards as Smith trying to get it. Campbell trying to pull it away. Smith has it into the Spartan zone. Top of the near circle. Shot covered up by Van Solkema. 15:15 left to go here in the second. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. That to Van Solkema's left. As that puck into the near corner, trying to pull that away is Schuler, sending it right back. Centering attempt, shot from the top of the far circle. Schuler chases it in along the end boards. That puck underneath the near circle goes off the side of the Spartan goal. And trying to fire it back deep is Hayward into the near corner. And trying to hold it in. Here comes the Spartans as McPherson fires it all the way down the ice. That is going to be icing, fired from the wrong side of center ice. That will come right back into the Spartan zone. 14:51 left to go here in the second. 2-0. Miami with the lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Labar in to take the face-off versus Daniels. That puck into the far corner. Pulled back around as it's right back behind the Spartan goal. Farrell trying to fire it out in front. Comes all the way back into the neutral zone. And lifted all the way back as icing called again. It'll head right back in. Spartans unable to change on the icing. 14:36 left to go here in the second. Miami up 2-0. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Labar in to take the face-off. Daniels on the other side. Spartans would love to get a line change as that puck. Top of the far circle now. Backhanded deep by Cogswell. Right back behind Van Solkema, pulled around into the near corner. Centering attempt, poked down. Farrell had it. Now McPherson trying to get it out of the zone, held in by Labar. Now here comes the Spartans. Leonard over center ice. Leonard gains the zone, top of the far circle. Leonard spins with it back to the far point. Leonard, that goes out into the neutral zone as the Spartans have to touch up to avoid a delayed offsides. Duffy in the far corner with it, drops it back over to Cogswell underneath the near circle. And banked off of the near boards all the way into the Spartan zone. Triolet has it over center ice, intercepted by Cogswell. Cogswell back into the Spartan zone, offsides the call. 13:49 left to go here in the second. 2-0. Miami with the lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle just outside of the Spartan zone as Menderfield wins it back. The puck in along the near boards, bringing it ahead. Novell feeds it to McPherson. Now Menderfield chasing it. Freely puts it right back in along the near boards of the neutral zone. Novell trying to bring it forward and rents the other direction. Is that pulled away by Schwarzer. In shot. Deflects into the far corner as Freely got a shot from the point. Now coming back, Triolet has it right back behind the goal into the near corner, trying to lift it ahead. Here comes Mickelson in, top of the far circle. Shot Gonzalez with the save. Menderfield right on the doorstep, covered up by Gonzalez. 13:11 left to go here in the second. Miami 2, Michigan State nothing. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle to Gonzalez's left. Simeone in, or excuse me, no, that was Oliver in to take the face-off. Comes back behind the goal as Benjamin feeds it down the near boards. Coming ahead with it. Fed down, Heinig had it. And the puck brought right back in by Campbell for the Spartans, but offsides the call. 12:35 left to go here in the second, 2-0. Miami with the lead. Michigan State looking to chip into that lead, get a little momentum back. Nelson in to take the face-off versus Oliver, just outside of the Miami zone. That puck chipped in by Smith. Now grabbing it is Hayward. Hayward fires it ahead through the neutral zone. Racing ahead with it is Heinig. Heinig scored the last goal over to Smith outside the far circle. Now coming in. Shot saved by Van Solkema as Oliver got a shot from just on the inner corner of the slot. Shot again, top of the far circle as Van Solkema puts it into the far corner. As that comes back out into the neutral zone, Benjamin sets back at the Miami blue line, moves it over to Hayward in along the near boards. Hayward and chipped ahead by Lakanis into the Spartan zone, ripped the other direction. Coming in, shot from the slot by Benson. And a save by Van Solkema. Holding it in is Schuler. Schuler gets it on the far circle, spinning with it. Schuler takes a shot that knocked away. Coming the other direction is Mickelson. Mickelson trying to get it out. Cogswell holds it in for Miami. Now racing in. Benson on the near circle with that shot and a save by Van Solkema. 11:52 left to go here in the second. 2-0 is our score. Miami with the lead. Daniels in the near face-off circle versus Benson. Comes back to the near point. Cogswell centering attempt. That pulled ahead. Here comes Menzer. Menzer into the Miami zone. Top of the far circle with the shot. Saved by Gonzalez. 11:40 left to go here in the second. Two to nothing. Miami with the lead. Miami last season had the late game again, and it ended up going into overtime where they fell. Looking to advance to day two. This season that comes back. Leonard trying to pull it away off the end boards. Back there freely battling as well. The puck comes underneath the near circle. Shifted the other direction by Menzer. Just on the near side of the crease. Comes right back behind. Out in front and covered up by Gonzalez. 11:20 left to go here in the second. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That to Gonzalez's left. Daniels again versus Labar. Puck into the far corner as LaRocca has it outside the near circle. Triole puts it into the near corner. Daniels trying to pull that back. Now coming the other direction, right through the neutral zone. Gathered up. Dewar banks it off the far boards ahead for the Spartans. Picked up by Labar. Just inside her own zone. Puts it back into the neutral zone. Racing the other direction. Farrell has it. Gains the zone. Top of the far circle. Shot deflects. And right back behind the Spartan goal. 10:48 left to go. As Leonard brings it ahead down the far boards for the Spartans. Trying to get it over to Menzer. That deflects off the near boards. Racing ahead with it. And deflected right back to the near point. Trying to hold it in. It's Triole. Gets it over to Menzer outside the near circle. That centering pass almost got it to Zach Robelny, but Zach Robelny couldn't get a stick on it. Novell trying to fire right back into the Spartan zone as Michigan State touches up. And loose shot by Novell, saved by Gonzalez, sends right back behind the Miami goal. Freely puts it in along the near boards as Martinez trying to bring it ahead. Collision outside the near circle. The puck underneath the far circle. Zagrobelny centering attempt. That goes off the side of the net. Now underneath the near circle. Racing ahead with it. And to fire it ahead is LaRocca. Right back. Down the near boards. Novell with it. Novell back into the Miami zone on the near circle. Through the slot. As that cleared back away by Schwarzer. Now ahead, quickly coming in, Talaby on the near circle. Talaby with the shot. Van Solkema with the save. Another shot by Talaby. That goes off the side of the net. Backhanded shot. Still battling for it and covering it up is Van Solkema. 9:32 left to go here in the second. 2-0. Miami with the lead. Winner advances to play Adrian tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Face-off to Van Solkema's left in the near face-off circle. Oliver in to take the face-off versus Menderfield. That puck, or Nelson, excuse me, the puck in along the far boards. Dewar gets it back into the neutral zone, racing all the way back. That is going to be icing and head back into the Spartan zone. 9:22 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That to Van Solkema's left. And Oliver in there versus Nelson to take the face-off. Now, the puck, top of the near circle, gets it back to Hayward. Hayward trying to fire it back deep. That right through the slot. Shot saved by Van Solkema. Blast from Oliver right between the circles. As that puck fired all the way back into the neutral zone, sputtering. As that'll chip back right back behind the Miami goal. But again, it's icing, and they'll head back into the Spartan end. 9:02 left to go here in the second. Face-off will be in the near face-off circle. At to Van Solkema's left. Benson now in versus Nelson. The puck into the near corner. As the Spartans feed it down the boards. Duffy has it at her own blue line. Backhands it right in front of the scorer's bench. Now dumped deep by Benson into the far corner of the Michigan State zone. Benson has Nelson pop that away. The puck back to the far point. Duffy trying to hold it in, but it's deflected all the way back to the Miami blue line. Gathered up there by Cogswell. Cogswell blasted ahead, knocked down by Benson. Now picked up coming in into the slot. Shot as a pad save by Van Solkema on Leskanis' shot. Trying to get out in front. That pull back over as Schuler was trying to get the puck. Now racing ahead, Daniels. Daniels has that poke checked away. Campbell trying to send it back so Michigan State can get back on side, but Benson rockets it all the way down. Van Solkema with the save. She'll hang on to it. 8:13 left to go here in the second. 2-0. Miami with the lead. Final game of the first day. 2 D2 games already completed, 1 D1 game. We'll have all 6 games tomorrow for you outside the far circle. Daniels chipping away at it. Trying to pull it away. Triole as well. That comes back over as Labar trying to get a shot off. The puck in along the end boards, deflects on the far circle. Menzer backhands it right back to the far point, but held in. Shot back deep by LaRocca. Outside the near circle. As Martinez has it pinned there by Leonard. Trying to dig it off of the near boards. Now coming in. And fired back over into the near corner by Labar. The puck directly behind the Spartan goal. Now deflected off of the near boards. Leonard trying to get it out of the zone. That puck held in at the near point. Now it's lifted back. Leonard chases it down the far boards. Leonard pulled off the puck, fired right back in by Farrell. Right back behind the Michigan State goal. Novell has it down the near boards. That chipped, deflected, all the way back into the Miami zone. Icing the call. 7:15 left to go here in the second. Two to nothing, Miami with the lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. You're watching the CCWHA Division I playoffs. As that puck in along the boards into the near corner as Simeone trying to lift it back. That puck right to the Spartan blue line. Here comes Menzer. Menzer over center ice. Menzer gains the Miami zone. Menzer backhanded shot. Saved by Gonzalez. 6:59 left to go here in the second. Face off in the near face off circle. That's to Gonzalez's right. Menderfield in to take the face off. Simeone on the other side. The puck into the near corner, pulled around by Hayward. And along the far boards, rifled ahead by Benjamin and out of play. 6:53 left to go here in the second. Miami up 2-0. Face off in the far face off circle. Simeone in versus Menderfield to take the face off to Gonzalez's left. It's the puck pulled back behind as Benjamin has it back behind her own goal. The puck outside the near circle. Trying to feed it ahead is Hayward into the neutral zone. Still trying to pop away at it. Talaby brought right back in by Siciliano. Out and shot. Saved by Gonzalez. Steered back into the near corner. Pulled ahead. Here comes Miami as Talaby gets it ahead. Racing in on the far circle. Spinning with it into the slot. Covered up as Schwarzer got it onto the net. Couldn't get everything on it, and that's a save by Van Solkema with 6:22 left to go here in the second. Miami up 2-0 here in the second period. Oliver in to take the face-off versus Nelson. The puck in along the end board, centering attempt, and deflected into the far corner. Santi trying to get a shot away. And it comes loose as Trile has it outside the near circle. Now picked up. Here comes Nelson. Nelson aiming the zone. Nelson on the far circle. Shot in. Save. Glove save by Gonzalez. 6:02 left to go here in the second. Face off in the far face off circle. That to the left of Gonzalez. The puck back to the far point. Shot there deflected. Now the puck lifted all the way down through center ice. Smith has it just out of her reach. Tipped away but brought in as moving over. Smith gets it. Puts it over on the far side for Heinig trying to get her second goal. And the puck just wouldn't settle down. Smith in the slot with the shot and puts it in. Caught just inside of the near post. And it's 3-0. Smith with her second goal of the game. And at 5:39. And Miami is now up 3-0. As Dewar looks like she's going into the box. So Daniels, now it looks like Dewar's serving it, but up on the scoreboard, okay, there's Dewar. Dewar into the box as it is a penalty. At 5:39, Spartans on the penalty kill. Hooking the penalty as that puck underneath the near circle. Stopped at the near point by Cogswell. Cogswell feeds it outside the near circle for Farrell. Farrell with the shot. Saved by Van Solkema. Comes top of the far circle. Cogswell holding, trying to hold it in. That comes, looks like it came out, and now they whistled it off sides. 5:04 left to go here in the second. 3-0. Miami with the lead. 1:25 left to go in the power play for the Spartans. 3-0 was the win by Michigan over Grand Valley State University in the first game. And pulled back in along the far board. Smith trying to put it back deep over to Labar. Labar back behind the goal. Labar underneath the near circle feeds it back to the near point as Benjamin puts it outside the near circle. Labar with the shot. That comes on the far circle. Deflected outside. Now trying to bring it around. Whistle, and there's a penalty upcoming. Roughing the call. 34-43. Triale goes in for roughing. And it is a 5-on-3 for 1 minute 4 seconds for Miami. So long 5-on-3, 1 minute 4 seconds. Then the Miami, unless something changes, will have a short 56-second 5-on-4 after that as the puck comes to the high slot now over, trying to dump it back deep, pulled by Lascanis. Now back over, Benjamin has it at the far point. Benjamin had tipped out in front by Smith, brought right back behind the Spartan goal outside the near circle now. And pulled back over by Talaby. Moved over and that back into the neutral zone. 33 seconds left in the 5-on-4 for Miami, racing ahead with it. Coming in is Heinig. Outside the far circle, Heinig moves it. There's a shot that goes just wide by Benjamin. Pulled back behind the Spartan goal, trying a wraparound attempt by Labar and covered up by Van Solkema. 14 seconds left on the 5-on-3. And they'll have a 56-second power play. Will the 5-on-4 will Miami. Spartans trying to kill off a big penalty here. Daniels in to take the face-off versus Farrell. That comes back to Cogswell, high slot. Cogswell moves it over top of the far circle for Benson into the far corner, back to Benson. Benson with the shot save, Van Solkema. Outside the far circle, lifted ahead all the way back to center ice. Cogswell brings it back. It's now 5-on-4 as the first Spartan penalty expired. Cogswell outside the far circle. Daniels trying to knock that puck away now. Leonard clears the centering attempt into the far corner. And Daniels outside the far circle. Collision, and that puck comes all the way back into the Miami zone. 34 seconds left to go on the 5-on-4 for Miami. Pulled back behind. Cogswell has it down the far boards. Moves it over to Farrell. Farrell and tipped ahead. Racing ahead. Benson gets it back over to Talaby. And back to Benson in the slot. Shot just goes wide. 15 seconds left to go on the power play for Miami. 2:55 left here in the second. The puck underneath the far circle. Now coming high slot, racing over with it is Lacanis. That shot just goes wide. Holding it in at the far point is Oliver. Oliver trying to put it back deep. Spartans back to full strength. 2:37 left to go as they're knocking away at it. Comes over to the near side. As able to keep it out of the net was Van Solkema, now racing ahead. Here comes Nelson for the Spartans into the Miami zone. Loses the handle. Coming the other direction is Cogswell. Now racing ahead with it. Talaby into the Spartan zone. Talaby outside the near circle. Shot there. Van Solkema with the save. Loose backhanded shot and still battling away. The puck comes out to the far circle. There is a whistle and a penalty upcoming. 2:09 left to go here in the second. As Dewar looks exasperated but goes into the box. It's like interference, the call. Another penalty on the Spartans as Miami go right back onto the power play. Offsetting penalties, it looks like. So it's a Miami penalty as well. That one was over to Lascanis. So 4-on-4 hockey. Right back, top of the near circle. Now coming in with it. Schweizer feeds it. That held in at the near point by LaRocca. As that puck outside the far circle, Freely with it, now knocked all the way back into the neutral zone. Gathered up there, swinging back to her own blue line. LaRocca has it. Tipped now, coming back. Smith the other direction for Miami. Smith gains the zone. Smith moves it over top of the near circle, trying to get it over to Schwarzer. Now the Spartans the other direction. As Triole has it, top of the far circle. Shot saved by Gonzalez. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go here in the second. The puck gathered up. Novell fires it back deep as that puck comes right back behind the goal. Picking it up there. Racing ahead. Lorca has it down the near boards. Lorca into the neutral zone, intercepted by Siciliano. Right at center, coming in. Shot. That goes wide. Into the near corner. 57 seconds left to go. Here in the second. 45 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Tipped away by Smith. Daniels has it for the Spartans in the far corner. Rims it all the way around the boards. And chipped by Menzer. Back down the near boards. Gathered up by Smith into her own zone. Smith goes back behind Gonzalez in the Miami end. As that puck now down the near boards. Deflected all the way back into the Spartan zone. McPherson has it outside the far circle. Backhands it to the far point. And held in by Benjamin. Loose. Now coming in. Benson with a shot that just goes high. The puck held in at the near point. Sent back deep by Benjamin into the near corner. 16 seconds left to go. Here in the second. Top of the far circle racing in. Hayward with a shot and a save by Van Solkema. Both teams back to full strength. 9.1 seconds left to go. Here in the second, 3-0. As it is Miami with the lead. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. Simeone in versus Daniels. That puck top of the near circle. Here comes the Spartans as they get it down the near boards right to the blue line for Miami. Cogswell drifts back, and that will do it for the second period. At the end of 2, it is 3-0. Miami with the lead. We'll step away and play a little music here for the second intermission, and we will be back with the all-important third period. You're watching the CCWHA playoffs, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. as we are live from the CCWHA playoffs, where it is 2 minutes to go until the all-important third period. Miami versus Michigan State. Miami with the 3-0 lead. Other action earlier today in Division I, Michigan from Ann Arbor beat Grand Valley State University 3-0. They advance to play Indiana Tech tomorrow. The winner of this game will play Adrian tomorrow at 1 o'clock. In Division II, Sioux College won their first game, and then in overtime, they won versus Adrian D2. And then in the second Division II game, it went to overtime between Central Michigan and Michigan State D2, and Michigan State able to win in overtime. As both teams head out onto the ice, we're ready to get going for the final 20 minutes of regulation tonight. Both squads gathered around their coaching staffs. As we were about to get going, Miami will skate right to left here in this third period. Michigan State left to right. As Gonzalez skates down to our right. Van Sokoma heads down to our left. Schwarzer, Simeone, Talaby, Benjamin, and Hayward out there for Miami. Mickelson in to take the face off. Santi to the right for Michigan State. Also out there, Zach Robelny, as well as Dewar and McPherson. That brought in Miami. Fires that sticked into the near corner of the Spartan zone as the puck brought right back behind as LaRocca had it. Or excuse me. No, sorry, that was Talaby. A little scrunched up jersey there. Couldn't see the number. 19:42 left to go here in the third. 3-0. Miami with the lead, face-off in the near face-off circle as they get the net put back on its moorings. And Mickelson in versus Simeone in the near face-off circle. And puck outside the near circle, now into the near corner. Miami trying to put it, backhanded shot, that blocker save into the near corner. Simeone outside the near circle. Through the slot, shot! Another save by Van Sokoma. Coming over, shot by Schwarzer. That goes right back behind the Spartan goal. Held in at the far point by Miami, loose on the near circle. And Santi trying to pull it out of the zone. Talaby holding it in, now coming over is Schwarzer. The puck slips back into the neutral zone, fired right back in by Benjamin, deep into the Spartan zone. Dewar feeds it down the far boards. Trying to get it ahead, right at the Spartan blue line. Comes back, now picked up. Here comes Dewar down the near boards. Dewar trying to fire it deep into the Miami zone, into the near corner. Hayward has it there, 18:50 left to go. Drop back, now Coswell puts it down the near boards, racing over to get it is Heinig. Heinig back into the neutral zone. Smith trying to tip it away, comes back over to Triolet as that's fired ahead by Novell down the far boards. The puck loose, gathered up by Oliver back at the Miami blue line as Duffy drifts back, trying to avoid pressure by Menzer. The puck right in front of the Spartan bench, now lifted back. Triolet goes into the near corner. Pulls it back down the near boards. Triolet back behind the Spartan goal, going from the near side to the far side now. Stops, comes back to the near side. Putting it down the near boards ahead to Menzer. Menzer at her own blue line, over center ice. Menzer into the Miami zone. Menzer, top of the near circle, pulled away by Smith. As Cogswell gets it all the way back to the blue line for Michigan State. Siciliano ahead to Menzer. Menzer Top of the near circle with a shot that's sticked away by Gonzalez into the near corner. Menzer fires it around, banked off of the far boards. McPherson with a shot. Saved by Gonzalez. The puck slips all the way back into the Spartan zone. 17:37 left to go. That is icing and heads back into the Miami end. 7:35 left to go here in the third. Miami up 3-0. Final game of 4 today. 6 games tomorrow. Nelson in to take the face-off for Michigan State. Benson on the other side for Miami. Is that puck loose, pulled away by Cogswell, back behind her own goal, underneath the far circle. And tipped Cogswell. Has it knocked outside the far circle. Now here comes Miami over their own blue line. Benson with it, fires it deep into the Spartan zone. Gathered up down the far boards. Campbell trying to knock it out of the zone. The puck through the slot. Pulled now ahead to Schlee. Schlee back into the neutral zone where Benson rockets it off the far boards. Spartans, Campbell firing it down the far boards. Intercepted. Benson fires it right back deep. As Van Solkema stops it, moves it over to Schlee, who goes back behind the Spartan goal. Comes down the far boards. Farrell trying to knock it away. The puck loose at the neutral zone. Now here comes Menderfield. Menderfield into the Miami zone as that shot deflected wide through the slot, picked up by Farrell. Farrell trying to fire it over on the far side over to Martinez, but that held in back behind by the Spartans as the puck trying to wrap around into the far corner. Santi with it. Now Mickelson in along the end boards. As that puck outside the near circle. Dewar trying to hold it in. 16:22 left to go here in the third. As they're digging outside the near circle, fired back behind. The ruck has it. That's sticked by Gonzalez outside the far circle. Freely trying to knock it away. Now Martinez trying to pull it off. Held in by Triole. Gets it back over to Santi. Santi trying to dig it deep. Now here comes Miami through the neutral zone. Farrell into the Spartan zone. Farrell trying to make a move. Dewar sticks it away into the near corner. Didn't even realize she got it. The puck underneath the near circle ahead to Mickelson. Mickelson down the near boards over her own blue line. Mickelson now in against the boards trying to get away from Simeone. Mickelson into the Miami zone. Mickelson backhands it over to Santi and a whistle. As that's going to come outside of the Miami zone. Penalty as that will Spartans on the power play. And at 15:34. Penalty to Miami as Simeone into the box. Oh, 2 penalties. Well, Simeone and Benjamin in the box as that'll be a full 2-minute 5-on-3 for the Spartans at 15:34. Spartans with their best opportunity here. The puck on the far circle. Back to Novell at the near point. Novell moves the top of the far circle over to Menzer. Menzer comes in and put it in. At 15:24, Spartans score. And now it's a 2-goal game. Menzer put it in, managed to get it back behind Gonzalez. So goal by the Spartans. Menzer put it in at 15:24. One of the penalties expires, so now it's 5-on-4. Spartans with the power play for 1 minute 50 seconds longer. As that puck right at center ice. As that ahead, now coming into the zone. Outside the near circle, Campbell with a shot. At outside the far circle. 1 minute 33 seconds left to go in the Spartan power play. The puck all the way back. Menzer holds it in at the far point. Menzer Over high slot. Novell trying to get it. That cleared all the way down the ice. As rocketing it down was Schuler. Now that puck on the far circle. Here comes Novell. Novell gets it all the way back to the Miami blue line. Novell brings it into the Miami zone. Novell outside the far circle. Novell now whips it right back behind the Miami goal outside the near circle. As Leonard there trying to hold it in is Siciliano. Leonard, high slot now goes over top of the far circle. Leonard outside the far circle into the far corner. Leonard goes back behind the Miami goal. 46 seconds left to go in the power play to Michigan State. Shot from the top of the far circle by Nelson into the near corner. Hayward chips it down the near boards. Leonard holds it in for the Spartans. 14-10 left to go here in the third. 3-1. Miami with the lead. Shot there. Gonzalez with the save. Nelson has it. Back at the far point. Gets it. Trying to get it back to Leonard. That back into the neutral zone. 24 seconds left to go in the Spartan power play. Nelson gets it into the Spartan zone, but that whipped the other direction all the way down by Lascanis. Gaining the zone. Here comes Novell. Novell with a shot and a save by Gonzalez. 9 seconds left to go in the Spartan power play. 13:42 left to go here in the third. Face-off in the far face-off circle in the Miami zone. 9 seconds left on the Spartan power play. Is trying to pull that puck. Campbell. Now spinning with it is Lascanis. And along the near boards. Chipped, held in by Novell. Miami back to full strength. Bouncing puck through the slot. And pulled the other direction. Here comes Cogswell. Cogswell into the zone. Coming in, and that sticked away by Van Solkema as the net came off of its mooring. We'll get that put back on, but a beautiful stick check by Van Solkema to save a fantastic opportunity by the Redhawks. 13:19 left to go here in the third. 3-1, Miami with the lead. Spartans scored last to chip it down to a 2-goal lead. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That to Van Solkema's left. Daniels in to take the face-off. On the other side is Labar for Miami. As that puck pulled away and back behind the goal. Now coming down the far boards. Daniels racing over and sent down the near boards. Here comes Campbell through center ice. Campbell into the Miami zone. Campbell dumps it deep before going for a line change. Gathered up. Now LaRocca comes the other direction. Trying to hold it in at the far point was Santi. Trying to dig it out of there. Martinez trying to get it out of the zone. Now Labar into the far corner trying to avoid Mickelson's attention. And put back. Here comes Martinez. Feeds it ahead for Farrell. Farrell gains the Spartan zone. Top of the near circle with a shot that goes wide to the far side. As McPherson trying to pull it away. The puck on the far circle as there is a collision and a Miami player down on the far circle. As 12:35 left to go here in the third. 3-1 is the score. As Menzer goes into the box. Penalty for the Spartans. As the face-off will be in the near face-off circle. At Van Solkema's right. Farrell in to take the face-off versus Nelson. Comes into the near corner. Siciliano trying to pull it away. Held in by Benson at the near point for Miami. Underneath the near circle as that. Simeone with the shot. And they put it in. Goal. As scoring is Schwarzer. Miami gets the goal back on the power play. And at 12:24, Schwarzer put it in off of the rebound. Goal by Miami, and now it's 4-1, Miami with the lead. Face off right at center ice. And Schuler, and drop back into Miami zone. Covered up by Gonzalez. as the assist was to Oliver on the Miami goal. 12-17 left to go here in the third. 4-1, Miami with the lead. Face-off in the near face-off circle. Nelson in to take the face-off versus Simeone. Outside the near circle, Siciliano puts it right back behind the goal. Outside the far circle, Campbell with it, chip back to the far point. Now that lifted all the way down by Talaby into the Spartan zone. Nelson trying to get it over, shot that deflects. Outside the far circle, coming ahead with the Campbell for the Spartans. Here comes Nelson. Nelson into the Miami zone, shot covered up by Gonzalez. 11:51 left to go here in the third. 4-1. Miami with the lead. Winner advances tomorrow to play Adrian at 1 o'clock. Daniels in to take the face-off on the near face-off circle. Simeone on the other side. And puck outside the near circle. Novell sends it back to the near point. That fired deep by Triolet. Now all the way back into the Spartan zone. And into the near corner. Pulled around. Daniels trying to chip it away. Loose. Top of the near circle. Smith with a shot that just went wide to the near side. Pulling it back over. Oliver outside the far circle. Shot from the top of the far circle. Dewar trying to pull it away and along the far boards into the far corner. And right through the crease as Einig put it just through the crease. Van Sokelba helped it through. Daniels has it back, right back in along the end boards of the Spartan zone. Now Dewar down the near board, spinning, trying to avoid pressure. Dewar feeds it into the far corner. Daniels trying to lift it out of the zone, held in by Benson. Top of the far circle. Now Leonard trying to pull it away. Benson fires it. That goes wide to the far side. 10:56 left to go. Dewar back behind her own goal, feeds it down the far board, centering attempt, trying to get it over to Daniels, but that knocked away by Miami. Again intercepted by Miami. Schuler had it, now back into the neutral zone. The puck down the far boards. Leonard fires it back deep into the Miami zone. 10:35 left to go here in the third. 4-1, Miami with the lead. As firing it around, Freely gets it outside the near circle over to Laconis. Laconis back behind her own goal from the near side to the far side. Holding it in, Siciliano at the far point. Put right back deep underneath the near circle. Cogswell trying to get it out of the zone. Held outside the near circle. Put right back into the far corner. Freely gets it to the far point. Held in there by Siciliano. Now Benson takes it back behind her own goal. Sets up shop there. Rims it around the near boards, trying to get it over to Lascanis. Back out into the neutral zone, but brought right back in by Siciliano in along the far boards. All the way back to the Spartan zone now. Right to their blue line. McPherson trying to fire it ahead. Pulled in by Martinez. Martinez on the far circle of the Spartan zone. Martinez with a shot that goes right through the crease. Outside the near circle. Shot again. Saved by Van Solkema, and they put it in as Martinez scores. Van Solkema had a great save, but the rebound popped just to her left where Martinez was waiting, and now it's 5-1, Miami with the lead. And at 9:38, Martinez with the goal. Right at center ice. Labar versus Daniels. 9:38 left to go here. As Farrell gets coming in, here comes Leonard. Leonard has that puck drifted back behind as Duffy trying to knock it away. And pulled by Farrell into the far corner. Daniels centering attempt. Battle for it on the doorstep. Gonzalez able to cover it up. 9:22 left to go here in the third. Spartans still battling. Trying to fight for their playoff lives here. Trying to advance to tomorrow. Winner wins. Plays Adrian tomorrow. Loser goes home and their season is over. Face off. And pulled ahead. Coming down the near boards. Banked off the near boards by Schwarzer. And Novell trying to get to it. Triolet finds it in along the far boards. Spartans trying to get it out of the zone. Here comes Mickelson down the far boards in the neutral zone. Chips it. That goes deep into the far corner. Pulled back around by LaRocca. And trying to dig it out of that far corner. 8:57 left to go. As Talaby trying to get it out of the zone. Fired right back in by McPherson as the puck in along the end boards of the Miami zone. Trying to pull it away. Freely trying to dig it off of the boards. Now that's sent all the way back to the far point. And shot there by McPherson. And the puck outside the far circle. Now here comes Miami. Talaby had it, fired right back in by the Spartans. Spartans have to touch up to avoid a delayed offside. Simeone gets it right to center ice. Talaby comes into the Spartan zone outside the far circle. Talaby centering attempt that tipped away. Pulled back by Nelson into the far corner. Now Nelson over on blue line. Nelson through center ice. Nelson loses the puck. That tip back down the near board. Simeone trying to fire it ahead. Excuse me. No, that was Oliver. The puck down the far boards, brought in, sent back deep by Smith into the near corner of the Spartan zone. Siciliano trying to get it out of the zone. That held in outside the far circle. Campbell has it there. And Zagrobelny gets it all the way back to center ice. Schlee puts it deep into the near corner. 7:41 left to go here in the third. 5-1, Miami with the lead. Siciliano trying to hold it in. Now Schlee fires it back into the near corner. Cogswell trying to lift it out back into the neutral zone, and as it goes all the way back into the Spartan end. Icing waved off. Novell has it. Underneath the near circle, Novell quickly ahead to Daniels. Pulled back away, spinning the other direction by Benjamin back into the neutral zone. Chip back to the Miami blue line. Now ricocheted ahead. Daniels from her knees plays it to the Miami blue line. Down the far boards comes Hayward into the Spartan zone. Hayward through the slot comes in. Backhanded shot. And a goal. Hayward puts it in. 6-1. Miami with the lead. Able to just get it in. Backhanded shot from the near circle. Miami now with the commanding lead, 6-1, with just a tick under 7 minutes left to go. As now it's going to be Simpson in net for Miami as Gonzalez takes a seat on the bench. Menzer trying to put it away down the far boards, now lifted as Dewar gets it right in front of the Miami bench. Lifted back. Dewar has it at her own blue line. Ahead, that all the way back into the near corner. Icing called. 6:37 left to go here in the third. 6-1. Miami with the lead. Face off back into the Spartan zone as Osan in net for Michigan State. Giving Van Sokema a breather. Labar in to take the face off. Daniels on the other side for Michigan State. And puck pulled back behind. Triole has it. Pinned against the boards. Now that rocketed by Daniels all the way out into the neutral zone. Leonard has it. Through center ice, gets it over to Menzer. Menzer outside the near circle of the Miami zone. Menzer has that poked away. Menzer gets it back, firing it deep. And right back behind the goal, Leonard with it. 6:12 left to go. As the puck comes to McPherson at the near point, pulled back. Siciliano gets it back to the Miami blue line. Back as Menzer trying to pull it away. Now Farrell fires it all the way to center ice. Labar down the near boards, dumps it deep into the Spartan zone as Miami goes for a line change. 5:52 left to go as that puck quickly ahead through the neutral zone right to center ice. Cogswell puts it down on the far boards, bringing it in. Schwarzer has that shot deflected into the near corner. As the puck outside the near circle, sent ahead all the way back into the Miami zone. Duffy has it top of the far circle of her own zone. Duffy fires it right back behind her own goal. Now coming ahead with it. Racing down the near boards is Schwarzer. Schwarzer shot saved by Osen. 5:19 left to go here in the third. 6-1. Miami with the lead. Face off in the near face off circle. Simeone in to take the face off versus Menderfield. As that puck, high slot, Duffy moves it over on the near side. Cogswell puts it deep into the near corner. Simeone, centering attempt as that goes all the way down the ice. Stopped and moved over, coming down the far boards as that was Simpson stopping it. The puck right at the Miami blue line. Cogswell trying to get to it, and that will be offsides as the faceoff will come just outside of the Miami zone. In the near face-off circle, 4:59 left to go here in the third. 6-1 Miami with the lead. Nelson in to take the face-off for the Spartans. Oliver on the other side as that puck. Schlee racing to get it. Lifted by Hayward, last goal scorer for the Redhawks. Trying to bring it ahead. Oliver chasing it, that dump deep. And Dewar right back behind, coming in, shot, diving save, and no goal as Osen had come out to play it and it quickly deflected back over. And Miami looking to get a goal that is going to be icing and head back into the Spartan end. 4:32 left to go here in the third as somehow diving Spartans able to keep it out of the goal. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That sends left. Nelson in to take the face-off. Benson on the other side. The puck outside the far circle. And Schuler sends it around outside the near circle. Picked up as here comes Schlee. Schlee over on blue line. Schlee puts it down the far boards. Zagrobelny trying to get to it. Hayward knocks it right back into the neutral zone. Picked up, coming the other direction. Benson into the Spartan zone. Penalty upcoming into the far corner as it is going to be a penalty at 4:10. Elbow call. .410 left to go. Miami on the power play. Face-off in the near face-off circle. That Dozan's right. Labar in to take the face-off. Menzer on the other side. Puck trying to fire it in deep was Benjamin. Puck loose on the far circle into the far corner. Labar has it. Labar outside the far circle moves it right back behind. Centering attempt, well, nope, underneath the far near circle now. Siciliano with it, trying to get it away from Haining. Now the puck lifted all the way back to center ice. Coming in, Menzer with it into the Miami zone. Menzer on the near circle. 1 minute, 26 seconds left to go in the Miami power play. 3:31 left to go here in the third. As Benjamin has the puck back behind her own goal. Leonard coming over to provide pressure. The puck down the far boards, now over along the near boards. Coming ahead with it is Talaby. Talaby has it pulled away by Leonard. Leonard fires it ahead. Menzer with it. Menzer lifts it to the Miami blue line. Stolen away by Smith. 1 minute left to go in the Miami power play. 3:06 left to go in the third. Smith has it into the far corner. Smith and chipped all the way around up into the netting, out of play. That'll be a face-off in the Spartan zone. 49 seconds left to go in the Miami power play. 2:56 left to go here in the third. 6-1 Miami with the lead. Face-off will be Dosan's left in the far face-off circle. Menzer in versus Farrell. That puck loose on the far circle, trying to lift it all the way down, cleared. All the way down the ice. Cogswell chases it back in along the end boards of the Miami zone. Cogswell right back behind her own goal. 33 seconds left in the Miami power play. 2:43 left to go here in the third. Benson brings it in. Top of the far circle. Drifts back to the far point. And chipped and fired all the way back down by the Spartans. 23 seconds left to go in the Miami power play. Cogswell into the near corner, trying to avoid Spartan pressure. Here comes Farrell over on blue line. 13 seconds left to go in the Miami power play. And Siciliano trying to knock it away. The puck right back behind Osen. Now underneath the far circle. Top of the far circle for Farrell. Now there's a shot by Cogswell. Now Benson with a shot. Spartans back to full strength as that puck coming ahead with it. Here comes Nelson into Miami, and Nelson over onto the near circle, just drifted away from Satani. 1 minute 53 seconds, or Santi. 1 minute 49 seconds left to go. Trying to make a move in, and tipped away. Novell with a shot into the near corner. Pulled back as Santi has it back behind the Miami goal, trying to fire it out in front. The puck loose on the far side. 1 minute 33 seconds left to go. Bringing it ahead. Here comes Schwarzer into the Spartan zone, into the far corner. Novell trying to pull the puck away. That shot right through the crease of the Spartan goal. Triolet has it down the near boards ahead. And the Spartans bring it in. There's a shot sticked away into the far corner by Simpson. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go. Here in the third, 6-1 Miami with the lead. Lorica has the puck down the near boards. All right, to McPherson at her own blue line. Trying to fire it ahead. Brodsky down the far boards. Brodsky feeds it ahead to Mickelson. Mickelson trying to pop that away. Simeone has it on the far circle. Back to the far point. Now bringing it ahead is Schuler. 47 seconds left to go. Schuler into the Spartan zone on the far circle. Schuler and into the far corner. And pull back. Here comes Mickelson over her own blue line. Mickelson over center ice. Mickelson gains the Miami zone and trying to stick it away. The puck into the far corner. 27 seconds left to go here in the third. 6-0 Miami with the, or 6-1, excuse me, Miami with the lead. Puck brought back right to center. Here comes McPherson firing it in. Mickelson has it on the near circle. 13 seconds left to go. Here in the third, shot, and they put it in. With 8.8 seconds left to go, the Spartans make it a 4-goal game, continuing to battle to the last moment. Schlee put that one in. At 8.8 seconds left to go. Face off right at center ice. Daniels in to take the face off for the Spartans. Schlee gets it into the zone. 4 seconds left to go. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And that is it. As Miami wins 6-2, they will advance to play Adrian at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Michigan of Ann Arbor will play Indiana Tech at 12:45 tomorrow. We will start with Division II action, though, tomorrow, as at 9:45 we'll have Sioux College versus Central Michigan from the North Rink, and then it will be in the South Rink, Michigan State Division II versus Adrian College Division II at 10 a.m. So we'll have those games tomorrow for you. Then the D1 just at 12:45 and noon, and then 2 more D2 games at 7:30. For my camera person, Christina Wiseman, my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you very, very much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the CCWHA playoffs, and good night.